It's a great honor and a privilege to introduce Mriam Rothchild. We're here in your beautiful apartment in Stamford Hill in London. And Mriam, you originally were born in Switzerland, in Lugano.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about your parents and your
My
family?
Parents, look, when my parents, they came from Rusland, from Russia, yeah? These two.
Hold on, if we can lift it up a little. So this is your parents.
It's my parents. Now it's not my parents, now it's only my mother. My mother came with her mother and her father to Schweiz.
To Switzerland.
To Switzerland, yeah? And they wanted to do Aliyah to Eretz Israel, yeah? But he became not well. He died in Zurich. The Zaide, yeah?
That's a Zayda.
Yeah, this is the Zaide, her father, yeah? And her mother, and then they came to Zurich, but she was a young girl. And she came to Zurich, and she went down to Lugano, and Lugano was my uncle, yeah? And also she became not well, and also she went. So she stayed by herself. Yeah. And then I don't remember how he was always.
That was your father?
My father was in Frankfurt am Main, and he came 1930
to Switzerland.
To Switzerland, but they didn't let him. And opposite Lugano is Campione. He went there for 1 month or what, till they let him stay. And but he went often to Belz. And when they married, I remember I was a small girl. There wasn't no need. Everybody had a radio, nobody had a telephone. My mom went down to the piazza, and she phoned to Belz. My father should come straight away because it's creek now. The creek is began. This I know like it was now. I remember, and when he came back, I don't know. He came back, and they stayed in Lugano. And the Belz roof, he told him not to change the lavouche.
The clothing.
Stay like that, yeah, to stay like that, and became shochet in Lugano.
So if I can have the picture, yeah. I'm just going to put it so here. This is your mother.
No, my grandmother.
This is your mother.
Yeah, this one.
Here's your mother.
When she was a girl, yeah.
And her mother, your grandmother.
Yeah, but she was a girl here.
And this is your parents.
My parents, yeah.
Your parents, and then this is your mother's parents.
Yeah.
And over here.
Pardon?
This is
my parents.
This is your parents a few years later. Now you can see this is your parents a few years later.
Sure.
Sure.
A long time.
A long time ago.
Later.
It's amazing that you have these photos. It's incredible.
I've got more of it.
So let me just ask, your father, did he become a shochet?
Yeah. Like that, nur Elachit can be, he always said, nur Elachit can be a shochet. And he was in Lugano, and some Zakimichet.
And when were you born?
In 32.
In 32? In Lugano?
Yeah.
Was there a big kahila in Lugano?
It was a very nice, beautiful kahila. More than the whole Swiss, and then came the Rachavaruf, them in the Greek time or when, or later Mr. Tam, and I've got Rachavaruf, and he was Ruf in Lugano. Es war herrlich. You know that they went, how you say, the wall down with Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, so nice was.
And you remember the shul in Lugano?
Es war unten war Kretschme, oben war ein Besmedrash.
There was a Beit Midrash?
Yeah.
And with
now the Beit Yashur, but it's nobody is in Lugano.
All the Yidden have left?
Left. Only Lubavitch is Lubavitch. Beautiful, beautiful. It was. I would go back any minute.
How many Yidden lived in Lugano? From Yidden? Were there many families?
Yeah. It was, maybe 200, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
And Miriam, did you have brothers and sisters?
I've got 2 sisters, aber nicht mehr da.
Okay, no.
And my brother is in Moosbrot. And one sister is in Israel, in Bitterwagan.
That's where I live, in Beitwagan.
So go to her. Go. Yeah.
And Miriam, if you could just tell us a little bit about growing up in Lugano. Did you go to a Jewish school?
No.
There was no Jewish school?
At that time, wasn't a Jewish school. It was no a Goyish school, but we managed. But Shabbos I had to go, and Shiks I had to. Don't ask. My father was sitting here Shabbos, and I was in the shul.
But you didn't write on Shabbos?
No.
But you had to go to school?
Yeah. Then finally, when I was already married, they stopped it. Other people stop Shabbos to go in the shul, and don't ask, yeah.
And did you ever have any anti-Jewish growing up in Lugano?
I went to Shabbos.
No, was there any of the Goyim? Was there any anti-Jewish? Did you feel any anti-Semitism?
I can't tell you. I was too young.
Did you also have non-Jewish friends, or mainly?
Ja. A gute, schickse, aristokratische. You should see the house from there. She lives not by her parents in a village somewhere, and she was in the Stadt, aber a feine Goye.
And you were friends?
Schickse, yeah.
And you were friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed very firm
in the Yiddishkeit.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about the rest of your grandparents?
I didn't know. I didn't know them.
You didn't know them?
No. They went before. My name is von her.
Oh, okay. So we're just going to show again the picture of your grandparents. That's your parents above and your grandparents. And how did your parents meet? Do you know how they met? Did your mother ever tell you?
I don't remember. Really, I don't remember. Today is a yahrzeit from a cousin. He would tell you word by word something else. He's missing me like I don't know what his son. I don't remember. Maybe
it's a long time ago.
Yes.
But Miriam, can I just ask? But you were happy growing up in Lugano.
Yeah. We didn't know something else. I hope my mommy she gave panuse because the shoichet. She went to the market with a stool, material, and I helped. I only helped.
She sold material.
Yeah, once a week was a market, and she had somebody had a shop. She was very, how you say in English, türtig. Türtig, wie sagt man türtig? She was very clever. She was everything she could do. She done. Yeah, she was a clever lady. Yeah.
And and can I ask when the war started in '39? So do you remember when the war started?
I remember only when she phoned my father to come home. But I didn't know what the Dutch what they done. I didn't know nothing. I knew only at 10 o'clock they made dark the whole city, and I remember it was Dubai, yes, Bolini.
Russian car?
Russian, and she went to a goy, but was there very, very good, and she gave the flesh and the
meat
and the cheese, and she became butter and oil.
Oh, she changed
She
it.
changed it.
Oh, your
Yes, I
mother was
remember.
very clever.
Yeah,
She-
sure.
Wow.
We didn't feel it, not at all. I saw the aeroplane going, the Dutch, yeah, to Milano, to the Italian, and what's red from the bomben in Italien. And they said, we nemen die Schweiz aan van retour. Schlacker für den. Ja, schach. Yeah.
Now Lugano, it's on the border with.
Lugano is 1/2 hour from the border. Chiasso, and then it's Italian. But from Milan, yeah, we have the mountain in Lugano.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you remember Yidden coming to Lugano?
Sure, my mommy had a full house. Von
refugees?
Ja, von Refugees und von Refugees, weil sie haben sich nämlich geweint und junge Kinder und so weiter. We had always people in it was lagers in Morcote.
Lagers there was like camps where they.
Mit jüdischen Kindern. It was terrible.
So Miriam, this is very important. Do you remember in 1939 when the war started, Yidden were fleeing and they tried to get into Switzerland?
This I don't remember.
But you remember them Yidden coming to your house?
Yeah, sure. And then when I married, yeah, I had he has an uncle with an auntie, and she had a telephone from Basel. So the Schweiz is there. Lugano is, ich war in Zürich, in Basel, and she was happy that she could, she was free, yeah? She went over to Basel and she phoned to her sister, it was an auntie from them, and she said, I'm here, I'm free, I'm here. And outside was a German, Hazard, sorry my language, and it took a back and it's never gegangen.
Was this in Switzerland?
Yeah, in Switzerland.
Was this a Swiss that took him? They took her?
Der Deutsche, nicht a Swiss. She was already in Switzerland.
And a
And
German?
A German had she took and took.
Oh,
Yeah, a German after Switzer,
because they were Swiss German as well.
maybe. But the fact is that she was free and they sent her back. Yeah. It's very, very, very sad. This I remember.
And how many families came to your home? Did you have a very big home?
Sure, we had an apartment from 7. It's not like here. You go up, you go to your flat, you got big rooms, beautiful it was. I'm telling you, I'm going back any moment.
And did your parents take in all
Yeah,
any refugees? And they fed them, they gave them food?
And food, and nicht schlafen. No, not
Not to sleep.
yeah, food, Shabbos,
But they could come.
yeah, sure.
And children came as well?
Where?
Children with the parents? Were there any children?
No, not children. No, that time there wasn't married. It was young people. Feldman from Canada.
But the refugees,
Yeah.
there weren't children that came with the parents? Families?
They lost everything. They cried. Don't ask.
Oh, people that had
Don't
lost.
ask. Don't ask.
And you remember?
I remember a bit, yeah. I remember.
How old were you at this time, roughly?
7 oder wie viel? I was a small girl. For me, we didn't know. Yeah. And one of the Feldmans, I mean, a few are not, but a niece of hers, she lives in Seagate. If you want to go to her, well, I don't know. You ask my daughter. Yeah, you ask my daughter. Yeah.
And for how many, was it for the whole war that the refugees came to your
No,
own
after the war.
No, but during the war, during the war,
Yeah.
a lot of people would come to your home.
One man came from, my mommy gave him a room. He was staying with us. Mr. Horowitz, I think, was the name, from Wien.
Von Wien.
Er war okay. Er hat gemacht Kuchen from carrots.
Ah, he helped in the kitchen.
He wanted to do it. Done. Yeah.
And I know you were very small, but did you know?
You ask what you want. If I know, I'll
Did they tell you what was going on in Germany and Vienna?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't know.
Now, more you know nothing. And I had a book in the middle. I had to close it. I read a book from. It came to a lady with 2 children. One I have to wie heißt es? Which one?
You have to choose which one.
I put away the book.
No, Aleno.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah.
But Miriam, you remember families? You remember people coming and telling your parents how bad, how they escaped?
Not families.
But youngsters.
Yeah, I mean it was, but I didn't understand. I didn't understand properly what it means. A Krieg is a Krieg, but I didn't know the Dutch they done such a things. Nah, didn't know.
And did most of the Yidden in Lugano help with the refugees?
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was well people. Yeah.
Wow. And did your parents keep in touch with the refugees? Did they?
This I can't tell. I don't remember. Ja, I don't remember. Mijn mama is schon lang nicht mehr da. Mijn mama went away in 70.
It's a long time ago. Oh, and did you ever hear of Recha Sternbuch? Recha Sternbuch from Montreux.
I know, but I didn't know what she does. Sternbuch, yeah.
Because she went out of her way. Her and her husband and her husband's brother, they went out of their way to help save.
Yeah, they done a lot. One Sternbuch is one Sternbuch daughter, I think, is with my sister, Konjata, wie sagt man, sister-in-law.
Is a Sternbuch?
Yeah, Sternbuch. And now my grandchild, I think she's a König, also with Sternbuch, something to do. Yeah, but this I heard that she done a lot, but damals I didn't know. I was too young.
And what did you speak at home? What language did you speak? With your parents, what did you speak?
Deutsch.
German,
yeah.
And Yiddish?
Nein, Yiddish habe ich nicht gekannt.
You didn't understand?
I didn't have a word. I speak Italian.
And you spoke Italian as well?
In dialect, yeah. Mit the sisters. And Lugano is Italian.
But you could also speak German?
Yeah. My father was German. I pity you didn't do it. Ooh, when you do, you don't...
Miriam, can you pick up the picture of your father? Sure, you can see a very chosheva, very, very special. Sure. What was your father's name?
Aaron.
And he was a shochet?
Yeah.
And very learned?
And he could learn, Balkoire, but viele.
Oh, he was a Balkora as well?
Yeah, and Lolino and Sinsta. He done too much for them.
And Miriam, and your mother, what was your mother's name?
Reisel.
Very special. Okay. And then can I ask, what happened to your father's family?
Didn't know them. Niemand gekend.
Did anybody survive? Did anyone?
No. I didn't know nobody. One sister went, my father's father, he didn't want a name, nothing, nobody should come to him. Wenn ist nicht mehr da, gewinnt super fromm, aber nicht blöd. This is one. And the sister came one day mit der Train von, I don't know, from German oder von, I don't know from wo. And my mom begged her, stay here. Now she has to go. She was a teacher. She went to Italy.
She went back to Italy?
To Italy. Dann hat sie fertig gemacht.
You know where in Italy? In which city?
No, I don't know where. I remember, I was so small. I remember my mom hat sie gebeten, aber
she pleaded that she should
pleaded,
stay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, and she didn't
She
stay.
didn't. She said she didn't know that it was so.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
And your mother's family, where did they come from?
From Russia.
From Russia. And now you have a picture of.
This is Uncle Moshe.
Can you show it? Uncle Moshe, was he your mother's brother?
That's a daughter.
And they survived?
They're in Lugano. They was in.
They came to Lugano.
Yeah.
And what did he do?
They opened a few shops. My mommy was in one shop. Then the season was somewhere else in Luzern and was in St. Moritz. She done everything.
What type of shop was it? What were they selling?
Jewelry and antique. Yeah.
And you have a picture here.
This is Tante Perl.
And that was your mother's sister. And was she also in Lugano?
Yeah. She ran away from Rusland.
She ran from Russia?
From Russia with 2 children, yeah. She wanted, sagen sie Yiddish. And her husband hat nicht mehr gesehen. No more.
Oh, the husband didn't join her?
They didn't let him come.
They wouldn't let her husband come?
They didn't let him come. And she was in Lugano with the children. One, Baruch Hashem, she got children, nicht mehr da. And there, Avrom, what I tell you, he didn't marry her. He married, but he divorced. He had a schlag von der Frau. He didn't want anymore. But he was an intelligent, a ehrlicher person.
Wow.
Yeah. So geht es.
And what made your parents come to Lugano? Why did they come? Because it's not you think Zurich or Basel or Geneva. Why Lugano?
Warum? It's coming nach Lugano, they was in Zurich, then they went down to Lugano, I don't know why, I don't remember. Maybe Leah knows. Maybe, I don't remember. They lived in Lugano, and my grandmother is buried in Lugano.
She's buried in Lugano?
Yeah.
So Mriam, I want to ask you, why did the Yidden leave? Why? Today, there's very little left.
It was so, a beautiful Kehila, you can't imagine. You can't imagine how beautiful it was. Manche, a few are no more. And the Jugend went to Aliyah, to Eretz Israel, yeah.
And today is there a minyan? Do they have a minyan?
No, not one, only Lubavitcher. Today they got a shul. They made a shul, and now I got a shul. But nothing happened. Yes, if somebody comes and take the 10 families and make it again, would be a machaye.
And your parents, how long did they live in Lugano? From
54, till 54, then they came here. And then they stayed here till Mami war nicht gut, auch mit der Hip. 74, and my father in 20 years already.
Wow. Yeah. And why did they leave to come to England?
Because they didn't have panusa.
Really?
Yeah.
There was no work anymore.
And somebody else came, and you know how it is.
And here, did your father work as a shochet as well?
Here, yeah, the board of Schritter
In
London.
And
yeah.
was he in Stamford Hill?
The board of Schritter was in East End.
But did they live here?
Yeah. Then I came here, and my parents looked after, and then I looked after him, and after them, and then.
And you've been here in Stamford Hill for many years?
Yeah, 50 years is, ungefähr.
But I can see you really miss Lugano. You miss.
Yeah. Lugano is not like this before. Mm-hmm. Lugano was beautiful. They took beautiful houses. They smashed it. You want to make a modern inside. Aber the architecture is so beautiful houses. But the lake is nice. Everything is nice.
And did you ever go back to visit?
Yeah, I went to Lugano 3 years ago or 4. I don't remember. I went to Zurich, I went to Lugano, I went to visit Bumi, Rome. Yeah. It was already old, it was in Zurich in their home. And but I used to go to him every time.
And you visited the keve of your...
Also. Then we went to
the cemetery.
Keve, yeah. Today is today. Yeah.
And did you speak to your children in German? Well, what language did you speak to your children?
Or German or English.
And Italian? Do they know Italian?
Oh no, why? They came here, they speak only English. Now they regret. But they understand. The big one understand.
They do
understand, but when they go to Italy, they learn because they know the language. But at that time they didn't want to speak. You know, children are.
And Mriam, can I just ask you, the Swiss that lived in Lugano, there was more the Italian side of Switzerland.
Yeah, the Italian. This is
on the map. It's close to Italy. It's on the border.
Yeah.
But the Italian, it would be nice to hear from you. But the Italians were more tolerant with the Jewish people. There wasn't.
Nein, war nicht keine Sache Schulen. Nein. But it's nothing to do. We was nicht Italian.
I know. Yeah. But the Italians, they're not anti-Semitic.
No, they wasn't. That wasn't today, but they was nice people. Yeah.
But the German Swiss is different.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Till today.
There's a difference between the Italian Swiss, the French Swiss, and the German Swiss.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Sure. The French, I don't like it. And the Dutch Schweizer, how you say, behalten Nerushuim. Know what it means?
They're Yekische, they're very...
Yeah. Schaffen, sparen. To work and to when you got money, you keep it.
Stingy.
No, not stingy. Yeah, stingy, but wie sagt man sparen? You want to put on the side.
Okay. You keep it. But the Italian is much easygoing.
Yeah, ganz anders.
It's a different, totally different.
They like it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Mriam...
You should go to Lugano.
Sure.
You should go to see the shul.
And the shul's still there? It's still...
The shul is not, the cemetery is somewhere else. I don't know what is there now.
And you've got a sister in Beitvegan?
Yeah.
And you visit often?
I spoke yesterday by telephone.
But when did you last go visit?
To her?
Yeah.
When I was there 2 years. No, 3 years ago.
And she's happy in Israel, in Beitvegan?
It's myself. It's children, I don't know where they are. Yeah, she's a nice lady.
I'm sure. Wow.
Yeah.
And Mriam, can I just ask, what do you tell your children? What message do you give your children?
With what?
If they ask you for a message or an eitzah, what advice do you give your children or grandchildren?
In what sense?
If they come to you and ask you, give us advice, Baba, give us advice.
No, if they ask, I give it. If not,
But what type?
I have to be quiet today.
But what type of advice do you give?
What did they ask? I don't know.
No, but if somebody says, give us like a brocha or
brocha.
What advice would you give?
I always the want a brocha, always, because I'll have me. Yeah, because it should have everybody should have a good brocha. I've got a grandchild in Manchester. It's for me up always. Very nice boy. In the friend Baruch Hashem. He also wants a brocha.
A blessing.
Yeah.
Wow. So Mriam, I'm just going to I just want to thank you because it's been I just want to mention something. Mriam, I just want to thank you very much.
Nothing to thank.
No, it's been wonderful to be with you and to hear. And Mriam, I just want to mention.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you hear stories where Yidden would come to Switzerland and they weren't so well accepted. So it's so nice to hear that in your family, your parents accepted. They accepted all the refugees. It's a very big thing.
Yeah.
It's a very big thing.
We didn't know something else. We didn't know it. And it was one was nicht a Hasidische, the andere war from a Hasidische. She also gave a little room.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they had no money, they had nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a very special parents. Your parents are very special.
They was, yeah.
And having met your daughter and just knowing in your family and meeting you, you're also very special. And
I don't know what, maybe.
But it's I'm so grateful that I saw you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. And you should only have nachas,
you
and from Admei V'Srim in good health and mazel and bracha.
Gamatem, very nice of you.
Thank you so much, Miriam. I really appreciate it.
Your pleasure.
And it just, it's a one doesn't realize what your parents taking in the refugees. Alavai, more people would have done it, because not everybody did it. Not everyone did it, and a lot had nowhere to go.
I remember we full the table. I remember that. Did I remember?
And all refugees.
Oh, come nice, yeah.
Wow. Well, Miriam, thank you very much.
Nothing.